average international student came here to study. So what are the issues you have seen that the student have faced during their study?
I would like to tell international students that there will be a lot of people who will discourage you from finding a job. They'll say this, the competition is crazy, but in every country, the competition will always be crazy. I would just like to encourage them. There is a spot out there for you.
So you told that you have worked in the graphic design, like back to the Philippines. So have you ever tried to go in that industry after coming to Australia? Because everyone who's related to their previous work culture, they try to find a job in that field.
There was a huge shift of interest. I still work as a graphic design sometimes for freelance projects, but truly student services is currently my number one.
So you're after coming here, your interest totally changed.
Yes.
You moved from the graphic designer to other student service.
Yes. So I currently work at student services mainly and marketing support as well.
Hi everyone, welcome to SuccessVisa, another podcast. Today Bay is with us. Bay, who came to Australia as an international student, but the thing is, she came to Australia by herself. By herself means she do not take any help from any agency or anyone. She lodged her student visa by herself. She get the admission by herself. So we will listen her story by herself. Thank you.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Yeah. So, Bay, how you start your journey to Australia? When did you arrive in Australia?
Yeah, so I got here in Australia September of 2022. And I did, as you said, I came here by my own volition. And it was really with the careful efforts of studying about my course, getting to know the requirements and all of that. But I do have to say that if I would go back in time, I would ask for help from an agency because it takes a lot of mental turmoil being alone in that journey. And when I got here, that's when I got exposed to like international students and vocational studies and whatnot. And being in my course of study, they had an opening, and that's when I entered into this industry by really participating to student services and then leaning toward marketing as well.
Okay. So you told that you you lodge your student visa, you got the admission by yourself, you don't take anyone help.
Yeah.
But after arriving here, did you feel that the international students need a squad from any agent or any institute? Did you feel that thing?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we could do our own studies by, like, we've got a lot of resources online. We can read and read through, but it's really different when you do speak with someone whom you can trust and who can listen to your stories and your troubles as well. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of worries for international students out there. So I do recommend and I do encourage people to do.
Of course, expert advice in the life is mandatory. You can say it is a better choice
Yeah.
rather than search it is on Google or on the AI softwares.
Yeah. There'd be a lot of mistakes along the way as well. And there would be triple or even quadruple the anxiety that you would feel. Whereas if you do have an agency whom you can trust, you can definitely ask more questions. I mean, Google and ChatGPT could help, but that's also based on the online sources that they could acquire from. So someone who would be there, I would recommend international students to do their research, but at the same time also find that leverage to connect with an agency that they could
Yeah.
trust.
So that you can support
Yeah.
them throughout their journey from the student to the job to the PR or the permanent resident. After their permanent resident, there are lots of things where we need a guidance, and the agent or the someone who are taking the advice will definitely help you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So after arriving here, with whom you consult first for your better guidance? You take guidance from the agent or anyone like the friend.
Yeah, so my journey to it is I really set myself into stone that I would no longer do it by myself. And it's just a critical moment too, because just because it worked one time, logically, it's not like it's going to go through the second time. So I did speak with another agent of mine, and then I went to a migration lawyer too. Especially with my case, going from one visa, from student visa to another, it is such a huge challenge. And I tell you, it's way better to have a person tell you what to do rather than the computer tell you what they suggest you should do.
Because they know the law, because every country has a different law, right?
Yeah.
So they study the experts study the law. They know how to deal with these kind of things, the visa things and the things. Okay. So after arriving here, like whom the first person you meet who has with the job,
Yes.
because the job is the main part after arriving.
Yeah, I would like to tell international students that there will be a lot of people who will discourage you from finding a job. They'll say this, the competition is crazy, but in every country, the competition will always be crazy. I would just like to encourage them. There is a spot out there for you. It's just a matter of looking for it. And as for my case, I was studying in a college, and they had an opening for student services. And I think, as you can see, I love talking. And so I said, hey, I have a free time other than studies. Mind you, as international students, we have to really respect our work conditions. And so I had a few hours exhausted for them. I created a really great report with the staff and my fellow students as well. And from then on, the kick started. I graduated. And from then, I had the heart to be in the industry, to speak with agents, to speak with internationals, and be, employed in an international vocational studies.
Yeah, so that's your first job in the
Yes.
after coming to Australia. Okay, so the basically thing, as we know that after coming to Australia, we will find the job, and the second thing, the hurdles we need to face during that job. So, do you feel like do you face any hurdles in the starting of your career? Because there's some major thing everyone faces the hurdles. So, what are the hurdles you face during your journey in the marketing field?
Right. To be honest, it was much more of a blessing. And I thank God for that there was opportunities, because I do also acknowledge I do have the privilege since I'm well connected with the school. That's why the moment they had an employment offer, I grabbed it right away. But also the hurdles would probably, uh, because it's the work restrictions, you want to do more. At the same time, you do not want to disrespect the country that you are in. So I guess the hurdle would be wanting to have more work hours and really fighting yourself from having that choice to go beyond and just really sticking by the work hours. I believe we have 48 hours as an international
And
student.
it's a fortnight.
Fortnightly, that is right. And I know there's a lot of international students who are very scared, to go beyond that. That fear is very much justifiable because it's better to just really have that good obedience rather than just challenging, Australia and their mandates. It's really, really great to just stick by the hours that's allocated for you.
Yeah. So you have talked about the working hours and the studies.
Huh.
So during the working up, during your daily schedule, like the study and the work, so have you ever compromised with your like the lifestyle?
That's really a good question because me and my fellow classmates back then, that was so difficult, having to pay rent, having to pay the tuition fees, and at the same time, that work restriction as well. Should there either be compromise? Well, I'd like to give a goody two shoes answer. It's better to um, compromise in a way where it doesn't hurt your conditions, your visa conditions. I mean, it's important. I mean, Australia does have the work-life balance. We've talked about this off camera. Um, but yeah, so technically, it's really, really best to know like to stop worrying because once you worry, that's when overthinking happens, and that's when you want to work more, and then you leave behind your assessments. And as international students, our priority is having a really good attendance and passing our assessments on time. There's a lot of temptation to just work, work, work. I know money here is really great for sure compared with our home countries, but at the same time, it's not worth the stress when you are caught in that web of going against the conditions. So it's best to stick with your standard of study and have that work as a careful safety net instead.
You need to balance the visa as well as your work. We need to balance the both things
Yeah.
rather than like compromising with anything.
Yeah.
Okay. So as I have seen that you are very familiar with the people.
Yeah.
Like most of time, like meet few times ago previously, but you are very familiar. So what's the reason and how you become familiar with the people?
Yeah. So again, I worked with the college, and right now I'm also working. I stuck with the industry because I had this experience of being an international student. My heart also goes out to serving international students. So I currently work at student services mainly and marketing support as well. And I know all of these because, to be honest, rather than just being a robotic receptionist in front, I loved hearing students' stories, and there's a lot. Students were shifted from one course to another, talking about how they kind of regret this course and wanting to go a different path. It's such a dangerous way out. But also, I've spoken with students who thought at first that it's the wrong choice, but then realized midway that it's best. So I've been exposed with different courses, cookery, business, even trade courses. But right now at the school that I'm working in, we're more focused on business and management. And I could say that since my course before, I'd like to say what it was. I studied diploma of leadership and management and advanced as well.
That is why you have a
Yes.
skills of leader.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Yes, it really helped.
Yeah, definitely, because the study you are doing, this will give you the output.
Yes.
Like you, if you like done the, for example, you have done the leadership, then you will get the skills of the leaders. If you have done the management study, then you will get the skills how to manage the things, because every study will definitely give you a output that will gonna help you to improve yourselves to use these things in your daily life. As you are already using your leadership skills already. So, as you have built the with the number of students, what are the major issues the students have faced during their journey that you have seen during the study? Because study is a major part. Every international student came here to study. So, what are the issue you have seen that the student have faced during their study?
I'd say two things. One would be assessments. Um, International students have a lot on their plate, a lot of worries. So they do tend to put their assessments at the very back of their minds, which also does give a very negative, result with their course progress in school. And with that, I know there are a lot of schools as well who do this. There are fees as well for that. And I do see a lot of students who struggle to having to pass last minute in bulk submissions, all of these assessments, and having to pay for that as well. Yeah, second would most likely be funds. There's a huge struggle with finances, and especially me now working in a school, I try to really connect with them, but at the same time, it's just really difficult when it's money talks. So I can't really give a proper answer to that, but I do know that money is also such a huge issue for internationals.
Everyone know money also matters.
Yes, yes.
Money is a in we know that everyone came here to settle their future to earn money. But during the students, some students face the issue with the fees. But anyhow, in that they able to manage that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you as a like you came from a Philippine background.
Yeah.
As you told that your partner is from Japan.
Yes.
How your bond is like getting strong day by day.
Oh yeah, like hello international students who meet the love of their life in Australia. Yeah, so we did meet and we had I guess a lot of similarities, a lot of similarities in terms of principle, outlook in life. And since I was an international student and I wanted to really gain connections, I guess that also really prompted me to go out there as well and meet people. And he was one of those people. And that friendship blossomed into something really good. It strengthened day by day because both of us are really close as well to having the heart for students. Very considerate, I'd like to say too. So we talk about this a lot, and we both even really established that in the near future, we want our relationship to value as well our experiences. And that is being in this industry. He was working as a Japanese marketer as well. So he knows.
That's the main reason.
Yes.
You are working in the same.
Yeah, I would think so, probably.
Okay, so like he's from Japan, right?
Yes.
So, but as you put that he's basically from Japan, but he's not a Japanese. He's a Aussie.
Yes, he's proud to be both. He has the best of both worlds. And yeah, that's why he was so perfect for the marketing job because he could connect, with two different cultures at the same time. Um, and yeah, it's really, really different. There's two whole sides of the coin, but he was able to navigate through that too. So yeah, he's working elsewhere right now, but I would like to think that that experience working in this industry really full in handy as a person too.
Oh, so your partner is from two different backgrounds, like, and he's from Japan and he's from Aussie. So,
Being shy.
so have you like which country would you like better? In the term of work, I know that Japan has a different like working schedules or the different working system as compared to the Australia. So what's the like? I'm not comparing that which one is as what's the difference between?
I like to think that, and he'd actually agree with this one too. There's a lot in the Japanese side of his that really benefited him as a person. There's so much discipline. Culture wise, I think you'd know as well, and I think anyone who would be listening to this podcast would also know that Japanese are really strong as well with their principles, their culture. Super. And there's so much respect for others, and he has that. And then the other side of the coin is his Aussie background. There's also a lot of consideration with, liberty and leisure as well. So
Multiculturally.
yes, he has that really good sense of speaking with different people of different backgrounds as well. So I'd like to say that that mixture of discipline and at the same time that carefreeness really, really benefited him, and to be honest, benefited me too because I learned from that.
Yeah, because basically you are going through the three different culture, Philippine,
Yes.
Japan culture, and the third one is Australia.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so the back to the home country. So like you came as an international student. What have you done back to the home country? What your basic qualification? What are the have you done any job back to the home country?
So before I did come here, I have been working already as a graphic designer. Surprisingly, I work as a graphic designer for an international school of English, general English. So even from the get-go, my path was already leading toward this industry, if you'd like me to say it like that. So I worked there. Now, to be honest, the qualifications and the curriculum in Australia is really, really different. It's such a good place to study. So, to anyone listening, I would want to encourage Australia is the best place for you. And this agency is really good too.
Thank you, thank you. So you told that you have worked in the graphic design, like back to the Philippines. So have you ever tried to go in that industry after coming to Australia? Because everyone who's related to their previous work culture, they try to find a job in that field. So have you tried to like find a job in the yet the graphic design?
I I have to say no. Uh, there was a huge shift of interest. I still work as a graphic design sometimes for freelance projects, but truly, student services is currently my number one.
So you're after coming here, your interest totally changed.
Yes.
You moved from the graphic designer to other student service.
Yes.
Okay, so like in the graphic designer, that's huge in demand. So that's also is huge in demand. You'd like to flip in?
Yeah, it really is. I'd say Philippines is such a creative country. We love art, we love literature. So graphic design has already been very flourishing. However, even in my case, I just really wanted to venture out, see what's out there outside of the Philippines. So this is where I am.
Definitely, because you want to explore the culture. Absolutely.
Yes, I just wanted a different breather.
Definitely, because nowadays everyone is going to the some was going to the vacation for the different countries. Some are just shifting from another one country to another in search of job or the education. Because I have seen many Australian peoples previously they shift to the other countries like they shift to the UK for the job. I have recently met during my travel to one of the guy. He's from I think Queensland.
Yeah.
He's Australian, but he moved previously like in the 1998. He moved back to the London in search of job because he's not able to find the job in Australia. But I got shocked when I hear this thing was in Australia job. I said, how is that possible? You can easily get it, but he said that at that time he's not getting a job.
Yeah, it's really difficult. There's a lot of spots that has been taken, but that shouldn't discourage us from looking elsewhere. You know, there is a spot for everyone in Australia. It's a huge country. It's really open to a lot of cultures. There is a spot. It's just a matter of, again, looking or finding this best location to hunt it.
Like yeah. So you came to Australia firstly in the Melbourne, or have you came to the in Sydney or near the state?
Oh, no. Just really stop by Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Yes.
So you like Melbourne?
I say a lot of Melbourne.
Yeah. What do you like about the Melbourne?
Other than the 4 seasons in one day, I don't know if it's a pros or a con, but yeah, I just really like how youthful it is here. I guess in CBD, but at the same time, it's really conveniently near other like beaches. If you want to be a hiker, you go hiking. In nearby hiking places. Beaches are everywhere, just as I've said. A lot of really fun activities. It's like and sports as well. I just feel like it's such a lively state that I wouldn't want to move elsewhere. But who knows what the future holds?
Yeah. So the first thing you talk in the beginning that 4 seasons in a one day. So basically, I think you travel with the umbrella and the coat.
Yes, that is technically how it is here in Melbourne. But it's something to get used to. I'm still not used to the cold, but it's getting there. I'm getting used to it.
Yeah, but I like the weather
I do.
because they have a 4 season.
All right.
Yeah, I don't need to bring my because I used to live in the city. I don't need to bring the umbrella because my house is 200 meters from here.
Okay.
So that is why I like
Yeah, fine.
I like the weather. So you recommend that Melbourne is a like not I'm comparing with the other states, but Melbourne you like the more CBD area as compared to the other as compared to the connectivity. How you think like Melbourne is like? Have you traveled to any other state in Australia?
That's also the thing. I was so busy with study. I was so busy with work that was I've been only here for 3 years, and I haven't.
My recommendation is travel to other states as well. So you came to know
I
that
guess mine was biased.
other states has a different weathers.
Okay.
Sydney is a too hot.
Yes.
You can't avoid the heat wave, but Sydney is too hot. Every state has a different weather system, but we will become used to while we're living there.
Yeah, definitely.
So what about the we have talked about the culture and the Australian and their workplace and their way of working, and what about the food?
Ah, food. How'd I say fish and chips? With also pavlova, the Kirkman loves pavlova. I don't like Vegemite, and I would never even put my tongue in that. But yeah, food here is really great because other than those three that I've mentioned, again, Melbourne just opens its doors to a lot of cultures. There's a lot of different cuisines in Melbourne, and it just never runs out. There's a lot of Filipino restaurants as well.
Definitely, because Melbourne is actually multicultural,
Yeah,
multicultural state. I'm not, I don't know the other states, but Melbourne is a definitely multicultural state because if you travel in the CBD area, you will find the each restaurant for each different. You will find a Vietnamese restaurant, Japanese restaurant, Indonesian restaurant, Indian, Pakistan, Nepalese, Arab, like every like for the every country you will find that definitely every country restaurant in Australia in Melbourne especially because in the Sydney we don't see any much restaurant as compared to the Melbourne, but while I traveling like the if I go sometime for the just for the walking, I have seen the number of restaurants every after 1 to 2 restaurant there is a different state restaurant, different community restaurant.
right. Yeah, that's why I love it here because whenever you crave for something, you order it in Uber Eats.
Definitely, that's the main thing because I think Melbourne is a different from other states in the term of connectivity. Melbourne has a very good connectivity in terms of tram because I want to travel from like from here to Buck schedule. I just need to take the tram. If in case if I like travel by a car, it's gonna take a time. Firstly, I need to go to the parking to pick up the car, then the traffic.
Yeah, it's a walkable city.
Definitely. Because if you want to travel like 3 to 4 kilometers, then will be persisting travel.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, because the major thing is everyone need a connectivity. Because if you're gonna take the car, that's gonna take you more time as compared to the walking. Sometime I think that if I'm gonna take the car to reach there, it's gonna take a 30 minutes. But if I going through the walking distance, it won't have to take a 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's why.
So what are the other things you like about the Australia? Rather than expect all the we things have discussed, what are the other things that make it different from any other nations or any other country?
I can't really say much because I haven't really traveled elsewhere, but I just really like the uniqueness of Australia where it's just so open. I keep saying I like the word open just really comes into mind because there's other than being multicultural, there's a lot of nationalities that's welcome here. And with that comes their culture, but also religion, also really knowledge of other things. And there's no discrimination. And I love that there isn't. I'm a Christian myself, and I've spoken with a lot of different people of different backgrounds and of different religions. And it's just so beautiful how there's no awkwardness,
Oh,
and even
you feel familiar.
there's the familiarity. Also in my workplace right now, we've got like different religions, and it doesn't stop us, from being very communal. And I guess especially for international students, that's what binds us together. The fact that we are going through the same thing, just trying to survive life in Australia as international students, it's just such a beautiful thing to have no, let's say, division at all in this country.
For the what are the future for the international student if you're looking for? Can you please tell our audience how you look afterward the vision after the 1 or 2 years for the international student?
So, to all the international students who are listening right now, I just want to give you the biggest pat in the back for even thinking about going overseas, from your home country. And I do recommend to keep that dream close to your heart. Don't be easily discouraged. There would be a lot of negative thoughts and negative sayings out there. You just need to fight through it and look for one agency that you could trust to hold that dream alongside you.
Thank you so much, Ray, for giving your time.